Uh-oh, are we live? Uh-oh, team. Making sure we're live. How's everybody doing? Oh, we are so live in this shit. Or this stuff. We're family friendly now. What's going on? What's going on? I'm checking all my knobs. I'm turning my levers. We are turning our levers, touching our knobs. That sounds wrong. What a weird start. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. What a weird start. Okay, how's everybody doing? Now we're live. Now we're officially live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just tabulating. It's been a very busy day. I got the whole stream up late. I've been running around town. Literally, all around town I've been running. And I'm wearing cleats, so it's not a particularly conducive way to run. One second, I got ads playing. Okay, the fire's back. Fire's warm and toasty. What's going on, Illegal? How you doing, buddy? Mouthwash? We got some drama to look at today. It's about to get juicy all up in this, he said confidently. Let me make sure my, what do we got here? We got that, we got this screen, we got this screen. Let's make this screen our super close-up today. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'll just, you know, sort of grab this and move that. Why do I have so many chats? Look at this. I got multiple chat boxes. Okay, we're back. We're back. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the party. There's been a lot of drama on Twitter today. I'm not going to be talking about that today, but I'm thinking about doing a stream about it. We got to shake up the VR space, you know what I mean? But today we do have some interesting stuff. I want to look at all of this hoopla. I think that's the right term, going on with the PlayStation VR2. There's been some news coming out from their blog post. Big blog news. We're going to look at that. But first I got a sort of docket of new trailers, some VR trailers that we're going to riff on a little. Riff raff and roast. I like that watch. No, I was gonna play something. Okay, good. I've been trying to fix my stream of music so we don't have any like weird circus music playing like we did before. It seems like every 5th song in my jazz YouTube music playlist is like circus music. I don't know why YouTube thinks that like, oh, we're putting together a library, royalty-free music for videos. Obviously, people are gonna be big on the circus music. But they do, it happens. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Shout out to your Fridays. I got a lot here. I thought just the opening image that we really should see, though, is this one. There's a new AI Will Smith spaghetti video, which I say with a lot of excitement because I'm big in this category of content, AI Will Smith spaghetti-based content. I just wanted us to appreciate that. It really captures his essence. I mean, when people say that AI has gone too far, I mean, this is not far enough. Love how its interpretation of him eating spaghetti is also just him transforming into spaghetti. It's kind of a good way to look at it. Also, this is like the Mucinex guy's evil cousin, if things went really south for that guy. You know what I'm talking about, the Mucinex guy? Mucinex guy, yeah, this guy. I feel like AI is big into the Mucinex guy's sort of aesthetic. I love this guy. Evening, what's going on, little spooky? How you doing? Welcome to the party. I got the stream up late. It's all been haphazard. I had an audition today, and I was all the way across town. I was uptown when I need to be downtown. I went sideways into town. It's been a whole thing. It's been very stressful. What is this? Mucinex mascot Mr. Mucus has officially become a sex symbol? Is this true? Friday woes. Well, we're here to get rid of them woes and make them woes. Yeah, I'm gonna continue without supporting you. Mr. Mucus is no longer. I don't. We're just taking a side adventure here before we see the VR stuff. Portal 2. No, I didn't have time to set it up, but I will get it set up. Let me write down a note. I'll get that set up for next week. I was out at this audition and I got back. Portal 2 VR stream. We're putting it. I'm committing it to note. Yeah, I got back like 30 minutes ago and I was like, oh, I didn't even put up the event. Nobody's gonna know this is happening. It's been very haphazard. Mr. Mucus is not sexy AF. I mean, look at him, says Slain Mantis. I mean, that's fair. Can we look at this commercial that they're talking about where he becomes a sex symbol? I mean, should I just look up a YouTube video? Go on YouTube and just search Mr. Mucus sex symbol? Is that gonna pull up some weird content? We're gonna pull up this commercial here. What's going on, Elsie? Welcome to the party. The first thing I see when I tuned in is Snot Wedding. Well, okay, so I was looking at the new. We got here for an important reason. I was looking at the new AI Will Smith spaghetti eating video that came out. There was a spaghetti monster in it that looked like Mr. Mucus. Now that I explain it, it does sound. This is where we are. So apparently, Mr. Mucus, the symbol of Mucinex, and some say the symbol of America. The animated villain who seeks. Now we gotta watch the Mr. Mucus commercial. We have to see this through, okay? Just trust me. This is a good line. He's no longer a two-dimensional animated green blob. The mascot now has an unverified social media. He's got a social media, and that's a turn on for. This is not the story I was expecting. A now viral video was posted to celebrate the New Year. Shows Mr. Mucus. Okay, we're pulling up the video. We're going down the mucus hole. I shouldn't have said that. This is Mr. Mucus's Instagram? What the hell am I? More like sex symbol of America, yeah. What is this? What is this channel? Why does this like Mr. Mucus is doing like a Penn and Teller collaboration? Okay. I'm in. Sorry, I had it pulled over. This is allegedly the 4,000 follower Mr. Mucus Instagram account, which some people that's considered. Yeah. Well, let's take a look. So let's see what Mr. Mucus is hawking on the web now. Where is Mr. Mucus? What is going on here? What is happening? What has become of Mr. This is horrifying, by the way. What is this video, guys? I just want to make a fun reference to a great commercial character, but this is horrifying. Is this the trail of Mr. Mucus? Has he left us a sign? Are they doing like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, but with the Mucinex Mucus guy? Who in marketing thought of this? I want to hire them. I don't think that's Mucus. No, that's his form of mucus, his own little honey who shrunk the booger. Mucinex, hire me. Get me in an ad with this guy. Mucinex responds, we're just pleased he's nowhere to be found. Like, why is nobody else talking about this Mucinex Mr. Mucus drama? I know I was going to talk about big VR drama on here, but I mean, nobody's really addressing the mucus in the room. Still no sign of Mr. Mucus. This is a week ago. I'm trying to put together what's happening here. So they're doing a series of branded Instagram posts, okay, where Mr. Mucus is missing, and Penn and Teller are involved. Still no sign of Mucus. What the fuck? IG is bored. I just have. Does anybody? Is there anybody in the Mucinex ad team in the chat? Let me know. Okay, we should get back on track. Whoa. This is horrifying. 1.52 sicko. Man, media's gotten way too weird. And why does this only have 4,000 followers? I have more followers than Mr. Mucus. That's just not how it should be. What the hell? Like, this would give me nightmares. If I was a kid who was just a big mucus head and I stumbled upon this, I'd be really terrified. I'm probably gonna get copyright struck for that. Nose escape. Luna says, what did I hop on a stream for? This is unhinged. Listen, this whole channel's unhinged. That's what we do. Sorry, I was going down the mucus hole. We were just looking at Sort of new Mr. Mucus drama. Let's get back on track. Welcome to the stream. And I wonder why Meta won't sponsor me. They're like, we would sponsor you, but you do too much coverage of Mr. Mucus and we can't cross brands. Anyway, here's a VR trailer. I have a bunch of VR trailers lined up. Let me resize it. No problem, yeah. Let's resize it. So I've just got some that we'll take a quick little peek-sees at, roast them, and then you can tell me if you think I should do a video on it or not. Okay, there we go. Also, by the way, side note, I started watching the Netflix live-action Avatar. Anybody else watching this, let me know your thoughts, because I'm a little bit disappointed. It's my hot take today. Anyways, let's take a look at this trailer. I haven't watched this yet. This is for the Stranger Things game that just came out. Watched the first episode. What'd you think? Yeah, I'm only on episode 2 or 3. No spoilers. Well, if you've seen Avatar, I think it's pretty much the same. But this is the new Stranger Games thing, which looked interesting. I heard not good things about it from people who have played it. I'm still on the fence on if I want to do a video about it, so let me know if you think that's worth my time and your time.
What did you do to me?
Let me get the music. Let me get the music.
I will have.
So it looks like you play as Vecna, the big baddie.
You always liked having creatures.
Oh, they do BDSM simulator. I like the chair restraint sort of angle here. That's new. That wasn't in Stranger Things.
Always liked.
It's better than the last Airbender movie. Yeah, it definitely is better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie, which is a low bar. But it did clear that. I'll agree.
The time for heroics has passed.
The graphics. Here's my thing though, is that just like the Quest is capable of looking better than this, and this is like a meta title. I just feel like this should look a lot better. Like you got that Meta Zuckerberg funding. This just looks a little strange to me. Yeah, it's the shading. I think it's the art style that gets me. Okay, let's keep going. We'll keep going.
The time for heroics has passed. You belong to me now.
Nady says it's a crab. Yo, what's going on, Disco VR? I haven't seen Nathie. Is it Nathie? Bad at pronunciating. Okay, that was a tongue situation there. That's kind of interesting. This is my big coverage, okay? There's a tongue situation. There's shading. That's bizarre. I don't remember that scene in the movie. But, like, look at this shot. What a strange aesthetic. Okay. I kind of like the design of this monster situation going on here, though. I'll say that much. Fan of the monster design. I just think that it's not cell shading, but whatever the shading style of this, it's just not my favorite for this kind of game. No gameplay in this, though. It's like those 3D/shooting movie crossover graphics. Yeah, it's like, Berserk. The new Berserk. Million Surprise Toys rendering, yeah. Like, the characters... I mean, I am famous for saying that most characters in VR games have dead eyes, but... like, they don't even look like the characters from the movie. It's very bizarre. This used to be my ringtone. What this did? Like, okay, that's the shot I wanted to stop on. This is giving me nightmares, but in a good way. Like, that's just crazy. I don't know. I'll have to look up some gameplay. Oh, the theme. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought you meant the audio from the commercial, which, you know, mad respect. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'll have to look up some gameplay for it. Like a creepy doll, yeah. Looks like one of those Russian dolls. At least it has the soul of one. I'd like to think. Then we got this one. This actually looks pretty cool. The devs of this sent me a code for it, and I have not had a chance to try it yet. It's called Bootstrap Island. So for all those bootstrappers out there, it's for VR. That explains things, yeah. So let's take a look at Bootstrap Island. It's a pirate game. I've been very excited to check this out. I haven't watched any videos or anything, but they sent me a code, and I think I'm going to check it out this week.
My dearest Madeline, by now you will have learned that my ship,
Good name.
the HMS Amathea, did not reach its destination.
That's a shame. R.I.P. to the HSS Amethyst Crystal.
We encountered turbulent seas and a mighty storm brought her down.
I hate turbulence.
Myself being the sole
I get that on
survivor.
JetBlue too.
I've become stranded on a godforsaken
Yeah, this is a great
island
trailer.
with few
Already this
supplies.
trailer is a lot more engaging than a lot of the stuff we see. It seems to have real gameplay, or at least be showing what the gameplay looks like. It's got a narrative that's inviting you in. This is a good trailer so far.
Myself being the sole survivor. I've become stranded on a godforsaken island with few supplies and little hope of ever living to see you again.
Godforsaken island.
The environs here appear to be a true paradise, but there is a dreadful
Something tells me there's a dreadful twist.
mountain that
The
groans
graphics in this,
and
that's what I'm
shakes.
saying too. This looks so nice. I'm going to have to check if it's on Quest. This might just be a PC, but
There is a dreadful mountain that groans
the graphics
and
on this look
shakes,
so great.
stinking of an
And they got fruit physics. Look at that. You got Terran pole fruit physics. I've been saying for years, we need more fruit physics in VR. You know, every time I touch a fruit in VR, it's just not, it doesn't have the give I'm looking for.
appear to be a true paradise.
PSVR 2 on PC was awesome news. Yeah, I'm about to take a look at that. My big question with that, which we're going to get into soon, is if it's going to work with a cable or if it's going to be wireless. If it's wireless, there's going to be crazy compression.
But there is a dreadful mountain that
Or
groans
honestly,
and
probably
shakes.
about the same as Quest. Let's be honest. Okay, back to the fruit physics. Likely going to need some sort of dongle. Yeah, like if there's a dongle, for every new adapter you add on, right, that's going to add a new point of compression or latency or whatever it might be, right? So if you have a dongle for the existing cable, it'll probably look like the Quest 3 compression over AirLink. You could eat fruit and Neos. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. If there's any fruit-eating Neos users, let me know. And welcome.
mountain that groans and shakes, stinking of an
It's little things like that.
intolerable
Like that's what VR is for. Like just the little interactions that you can't, that are like tactile, that you can't do, you know, in Tony Hawk Underground. That was the only example of a flat game I could think of.
of sulfur
You know what I mean.
and burning bitumen, and the darkness swarms with devils ready to claim my
Okay.
mortal soul.
The darkness swarms
I
with
write
devils.
this letter with a humble plea.
Is this
should
like the
you ever
Lost
receive
Island?
This.
Oh, that would be the coolest twist ever. Is we find out he's actually just like the first person to land on the Lost Island, and we see the smoke monster. It's a relevant
I want
reference.
you to forget about me.
Yeah, like this looks great. This has definitely got to be PC. Like, look at that lighting. Okay, they got musket physics too. Come on. Yeah, this looks better than most, just in terms of the graphics. Gun mechanics look pretty
I
clean.
wish you a full and happy life. You shall forever
virtual
be
reality
imprinted
survivor.
in my heart of hearts.
It's Steam, yeah. So definitely PC, but I'm gonna be doing a video on that maybe tomorrow. Ooh. I want to know where the bootstraps come in though. I mean, he had boots on, but I didn't. It was nary a strap in that shot. Nary a strap. Okay, back to Mr. Mucus. No, I'm kidding. Time for more 24/7 coverage of Mr. Mucus drama. Yeah, that looks great. I'm a big pirate boy too. You can quote me on that. Seinfeld says he doesn't want to be a pirate. I want to be a pirate. I'm a pirate boy. I'm into pirate things. Sometimes when I'm alone, I just wear an eye patch and I just stare and do this with my hand. And I just sort of imagine that it's a hook situation. VR Skater. I played this game when it was early access like a year and a half ago, and they just dropped it. I don't know if I can play that music. So we'll go back to this. So they just finally got the official drop of this out. VR Skater is actually kind of wild. I didn't think it would work when I first played it, if I'm being honest, if I'm TBH in this. But it works amazingly well because you control the foot movements with your hands. So you're sort of like hand skating. It's like if you were to skateboard just with your hands on the board, basically. You know, doing this as you do when you skate. But the mechanics work surprisingly well. Like if you watch, you sort of navigate it like that. It's better than, I played another game where your hands actually were on the board and you were like gorilla tag level, and that didn't work quite as well. This looks like this, yeah, it's like, this is like the same mechanics, but you're like not on the ground, you know? It's like more gestural, because you're still standing on the board from your perspective, but your gestures control it. Definitely disorienting for some people. This is another PC only game, and yeah, you kind of need your VR legs. Even I was getting like real wibbly wobbly, as they say in professional settings. When I played it, it was, and the hardest part about it was navigating like tight corners and actually turning while you're riding. Because once I'm doing a line in this, I'm like, I'm just going straight until the damn thing, you know, crashes and I break virtual bones. But it's a great game. I give it, how many fruits out of fruit? I give it 9 pears out of 10. It's our new rating system here. I think it's better than most other legitimate organizations. This one I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna be honest. We'll watch it. We'll watch it with clean eyes. We'll cleanse our eyes, cleanse our souls. There's a zombie game coming out called Zombie Army VR. It's insane to me that the 1.08 million subscriber GameSpot channel is getting as many views as me on this VR trailer. That depresses me a little bit, but...
Product.
Tell me about the product. Tell me about your product. Is it not yet rated?
Not yet rated.
It's not yet rated. Okay, let's see if this is gonna be good VR zombie or bad. After Arizona Sunshine 2, I think I'm done with VR zombies. That and Walking Dead, both really good. I don't think we need any more. I'm cutting them off. Though this looks actually decent. This looks better than I thought it would. It's kind of like Swordsman-esque NPC graphics. Love a good shotgun. We're big on that. My hot take here is that out of all the weapons in VR, the 2 best ones to use always are VR shotguns and VR axes. There's just something about it. There's just something about it. The mechanics with those types of things. Maybe it's because it's more tactile. I think the more, you know, hands-on movements and moving parts you can get working smoothly, the better for a VR game. I mean, look at hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. People love to fiddle, man. We're a bunch of fiddlers. Not on roofs, but we fiddle. Oh, we fiddle. Anyway, what do we think? What do we think? Should I do that one? I might do a video on that. I just don't know if I have more zombies in me. Or out of me. Not in me. Anyway, this is Veil. I have been playing this a lot. They sponsored a video that I did this week. And I actually really enjoyed it. I hadn't played it since like it first came out in early access on PC. It looks very clean in Quest. I was happy by how clean it looked in the Quest. Zombies have been overdone, yeah. It looks good. But the Veil Quest version, I was really surprised by. Yeah, I had fun with that video. The out of all the Quest 3 native titles I played, or Quest native titles, I think it was probably in the upper echelon in terms of how it looked. Yo, what's going on, Kat? Welcome to the party! Okay, is that it? 1 shot, 2 kills. What's happened there? How you doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, everybody. It's a Friday. We're relaxing. I will say this game is also very intense, especially when you're not good at it, like me. I was getting stressed out There's something about like multiplayer games that I'm bad at in VR that makes me more stressed because I'm like, I don't want to let these guys down, you know? The VR communities are so small that like everybody's a master when you hop on those. All the 9-year-olds in Gorilla Tag just... I weigh down the team. Okay, double knife kill. That would be like impossible to execute, but sick if true. Big if true. Okay. I mean, I guess that's possible, yeah. It's all interactable, the physics objects. I want to know if you can pull... One of my favorite VR pranks to do is when you're playing a shooter, is just to walk up to your teammate's weapon and pull the magazine out. I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to do that in Pavlov, and it was amazing. I used to start games and just reach to both sides and pull out everybody's ammunition and be like, all right. I was the bad one. I was the bad kid in class. Mostly a bunch of kids. Yeah, population 1 I get stressed because the kids are like calling me an old man. They're like, try to keep up with us, old man. And I'm like, you know, I'm doing my best. What is this? A headset? What do these triggers do and these buttons? Yeah, I can say though I really did enjoy Vale. I'm interested to see how it compares to the Contractors, the new Battle Royale mode they put out, because I'm about to hop in that and be bad at that game next. I'm really just going down the list and knocking out, you know, each of them, making sure that I'm equally terrible at every competitive game. And, you know, that way I'll know for sure that I don't have a career in esports ahead of me. Speaking of esports, though, see, I'm a good segue. I'm a good seguer. They did just drop this. I don't know if you guys know the VR. What is the Master? VR Master League? VR Major League? Well, anyway, VR ML. They do competitive matches. I don't think they do Vale. I know they do Contractors. And a couple other things. And apparently they're doing... Oh, yeah, they do Vale. Onward Vale Breachers, which I love. I love it. I love breaching. Don't quote me on it. But Tennis Esports and X8, which is another one I haven't tried. So they're doing a live 2-day event. Where is it? Denver? Maybe I'll go. Should I go, guys? Should I do like on the ground reporting? I want to do more like live in-person videos. That could be fun. Just yucking around as I do. You're an esports team for Overwatch 2? Oh, that's sweet. I play Overwatch 2 a lot, and I'm just terrible at it. I'm on the road to silver. Yeah, so VRML, as far as I know, is one of the only competitive esports VR organizations. So I am glad they're doing this. They've done one live event before, and so they're doing a whole 2-day thing with all these games. Tennis esports has got to be lit. I want to see competitive tennis players in VR. Also, I apologize for saying lit there, but it's a new word I'm trying out. A kid in population 1 taught it to me.
There's Taquito again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Big Bruce right on top,
Yeah, I'm down for this. I actually think this would be a lot of fun. I should try to convince them, everybody at them on Twitter, and tell them to get me as a shoutcaster, okay? If we can get them to get me to shoutcast, step in for like one game, that would be amazing. Because I would not know what I'm talking about. Yes, it does look like he did shoot the guy with the gun, and that means that that guy is not in the game no more. It's in July, yeah. And I'm not too far from Denver, so I might go. I might get frisky with it. Or not frisky with it, but, you know, hot and fresh and lubricated. All right. Let's see, VRML event. Do they have any footage from the last one? Breachers, Vermal. Okay, oh yeah, they got the whole thing. It was in Miami last year. Yeah, see, they need to get me doing this. Okay, their audio is not working at the beginning of the stream. That's
a couple
hilarious.
hundred hours in the game, like we mentioned, so it's hard to go just...
I keep telling these companies, what you need is a comedian who is not super knowledgeable, but kind of knowledgeable. at all of these events, and all of a sudden it'll be so much more interesting. That's my pitch. Tennis the Menace. That'd be a great username for VR tennis.
So it'll be interesting to see what kind of chemistry they're going to have and bring.
We'll see. It's got to be bizarre being in front of an audience with a headset on. Every time you take it off, there's like 100 people in front of you. Okay. Well, anyway, that's that. Everybody at them and tell them you love me so much that they got to get me shoutcasting. Because you know me, I shout. When I shout, I cast. When it rains, it casts. Anyway, now we're on to our big story, okay? As my boy Don Lemon would say. What headset did they have there? Oh, that's actually a good question. What's going on? Toby, Dr. Groove, how you guys doing? You have arrived. We were waiting for you. We were holding your seat this whole time, Toby. We were getting worried. We were about to send out a search party, but now you're safe. What are those headsets, actually? Are they using, like, an HTC headset of some sort? Let me get to a close-up. I mean, those are definitely not Quests. Those look like Vives of some sort. I think those are HTC, but they have the custom plates on the front. And actually, one of the cool things they did with this is they had the lighting on the front correspond to you in character, I'm pretty sure. So when you died, it would turn red. I think they did something like that. Valve Index, okay. I knew it was a black PCVR headset. $65, it's not terrible. Yeah, the custom jobs they did on this are sick. Oh, you're right, the controllers give it away. Why didn't I look at the controllers? Definitely not Valve wands. But, yeah, the custom job is sick on that. You know what? I'll go. I got nothing going on in July. I'll hit up my friend Tribe Grey Wolf. They're in California as well. Maybe I'll hitch a ride with them since my car is inoperable. Yeah, I don't like that song. I don't like it. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Slain Mantis says, thank goodness Toby's here. We were getting worried. We were. People were commiserating. Let's see. Oh, this is the other one I wanted to see. X8. This is the other game that they're going to be doing there. I have... These guys follow me on Twitter. They seem cool. They've messaged me a code before, and I just haven't had time to get into this yet. I think it's a hero shooter. Oh, there he is. I want to see the game, though. I'm pretty sure this is like a 6v6 or 5v5 type of hero shooter. Or 8v8, I don't know. 4v4. The 8's got to mean something. I'm doing numerology now. I guess we should let him talk.
The aim of this game mode is a skill curve accelerator for new players and a quick way for veterans to warm up before jumping into a competitive match. Aside from a large amount of bug fixes and quality of life improvements,
the bugs.
We added a rotating leaderboard that will remember your top position and skill-based matchmaking for a better experience in Demolition.
Oh, skill-based. I'm going to be at the bottom of the barrel for that.
For new and old players, we've improved our input defaults for better sprinting, crouching, and climbing, and reworked our tutorial sections for new players to get through it more easily.
I love a good tutorial.
We also added a task completion system for new ways to unlock more skin.
Also, shout out to him for having the YouTuber mic. I respect anyone whose mic lights up.
For free. These include completing the tutorial, achievements, playing the game modes, and more on the way.
Okay.
Finally, before we leave, a quick shout out to Rekt Esports for winning the first season of X8 League. We made them an exclusive skin as a reward and featured it in the store for a month. We will continue this tradition with the next winners of the X8 League, so do your best out there.
Now I have to go to the event. I have to find Rekt, because I'm a Rekt head now because of this video. Do I know if Half-Life Alex is coming to Quest? Oh, definitely not. Half-Life Alex is... It is what it is. But it doesn't take that beefy of a PC to run it. The crazy thing, team, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was doing HTC Vive videos when I started this channel, and I was running those games on a GTX 970, which is an old graphics card. And I was surprised how long it held up with VR games. Like all of those early and mid, you know, the first couple of years of VR, that 970, it chugged along. Anyway, this is what we're here to talk about for at least right now. Well, while I'm talking about it. Interesting news that shook up the PlayStation VR2 is supposedly looking into adding some sort of native support for PC, which actually might get me to buy one, to be honest, because I've been wanting a new PC VR headset, and if it does plug in and the compression's not that bad, I might pick one up just to use as a PC headset, just to mess around with, because I've heard the quality of these is pretty good. It's the only VR headset on the market that I haven't tried, just because I don't have a PS5. But you know who I thought about first when I saw this announcement? So basically, the TLDR, they put out a blog post, right? And in the blog post, let me find the quote. The quote should be in here. We're pleased to share that we are currently testing the ability for PSVR2 players. Let me make this bigger. PSVR2 players to access additional games on PC. Now, a lot of people said exactly what I thought when I saw this, which was, yikes, PSVR must not be doing super well, at least for what they wanted it to do. Because I think it's pretty certain, I can't say for sure, but they were pretty clear that this was not something on their roadmap or that they were looking into when it first launched. Or at the very least, it was never indicated that this was something they would consider. But my theory, and what a lot of people are saying, is that because one of the big complaints about PSVR is that there's not a huge amount of native or exclusive titles, the idea is that to sort of bolster the use case for it and get more people to want to buy one, they can add PC support. So now it's got a whole nother use case and a whole another little sector that it can exist in and you can sell it for. But I think this is pretty sweet. The person who I thought of when I saw this, though, is there's a guy on Twitter I've been following. I guess I don't follow them. Now I follow them. I've been following them for a couple seconds. This guy, for like months, has been reverse engineering the PlayStation VR2. And he like made a post recently where he talked about how he spent like 15 grand like on his like work to try to get it to work as a PC headset. And now they come out and they're like, yeah, we're working on that ourselves. Yeah, 15K. The project to bring PSVR2 to PC has cost over 15K in test equipment and thousands of hours of reverse engineering. So I felt bad for that guy, but he said the announcement is a bit light on details, so he seems to be optimistic that what he's doing is still going to add to that functionality, which I hope it does, because it seems like they've been doing a lot of work on that. Can you rap about how my love life is falling apart? Always. Alright. I got you. We get a quick beat interlude. And I'll set it to video of Fail VR or something. Hip hop. Let's see what YouTube royalty-free hip hop sounds like. This is gonna get weird here. This one is described as dramatic, angry hip hop beat. I love a dramatic, angry beat. Oh, this guy's singing? Whoa, buddy. Why are you singing? Okay. Let's see if this is a beat. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Love life's failing. What you gonna do? I am flailing. Falling to the zoo. I'm an animal. Cereals in my... No, this is YouTube music. Alright, let's get in the zone, okay, guys? This is our rap interlude. This is a new section of the stream we call the rap interlude before we continue. Rap interlude, look, it's official now. Rap interlude, what you gonna say? What you gonna do when you're with me today? My love life's doing, it's only okay. Hey, got the headset on my girl, she is having fun. I'm seeing the light, yeah, I'm burning my cornea in the sun. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT, what you wanna rap about? Tell me what you doing. You gone scream and shout? Are you happy? Are you sad or are you scared? Am I a dog or a bear? Please rotate the heads on the left. She's worded awkwardly. Yeah. Am I a dog or a bear though? This one? How do you rotate objects in OBS. Let's rap about that. Gotta rotate, gotta rotate, gotta rotate, gotta rotate, gotta rotate, gotta rotate that headset so the ladies' headset's on. Gotta make it look good so I can sing my song, and yeah, don't know what I'm doing. The image is there. I can resize it up and down. I don't care, I don't stare, I don't run, I don't do a thing, I walk. When I'm rapping, bitch, you do know I talk. I speak the facts, I speak the words. When I do flap my wings, I'm flying with the birds. I actually don't know how to rotate. Look at this, ready? I'm looking it up on the screen. Open OBS and click on the edit tab, transform. What do you mean, edit transform? Edit transform. You can also click Control E. You can do it all for or me. You can do it 1 and 2 and 3. What's the third step? They only gave me a 2. Oh wait, it says select the rotation degree that you want to use. Okay, we can do that. I can do this. Had some time with the AVP. What do I think about it as a monitor replacement? Okay, yeah, I can talk about that. So there's an app for this Satobi. There is. We've used it. Okay, Control E. Oh, this is the least. Look at what it's doing to me. I have all the. Oh, this is. Okay, anyway. The Apple Vision Pro. Let's talk about that. Look, it's rotating so slowly. So the Apple Vision Pro, I do have access to one. I've used it a couple times now because my buddy is running a creator space and we go and use it. I think as a monitor replacement, you got to be a specific type of person because, like, in my opinion, having 2 or 3 physical monitors is still superior. Will always be superior because it's just easier to navigate. The looking and pinching aspect of the Apple Vision Pro is it works really well, but it's not precise enough if you're trying to be as productive as I think they're intending you to be. You know what I mean? And especially with sharing the headset, like, I don't think I can give it a fair review because they have prescriptions built in, and I think a lot of the eye tracking is dependent upon your prescription and how your eyes focus, right? So the headset, they ask for your updated prescription and your, like, IPD and, like, a face scan and stuff when you get it. And it does have auto adjustment for the eyes, for the IPD, which does happen. But it's not, for me, it was not precise. Like, it was clear that the eye tracker was not working as well as it usually does for someone who owns the headset. And my theory is that it is because of the prescription, that I didn't have my prescription in there. But when it's all working perfectly, I think if you are a big Mac head and you are big into using your Mac laptop, it's definitely like a laptop replacement. A suburban M&M. Yeah, this is royalty-free YouTube M&M. So shout out to Nefex. I don't even know what this is. This is, if anyone's ever curious, this is what I always am working off of, the YouTube audio library here. This guy swears a lot. Nefex. We'll go back to jazz. We're Latin? Latin jazz? Anyway, I think the integrations with, like, your Apple phone and your Apple laptop are definitely the coolest things about the Apple Vision Pro. It's because it does this thing where obviously all the devices are connected. Like, anything your Apple account is registered to, it was integrated with the headset. So the cool thing for me is, while I was wearing it, if you just look at your laptop in the physical space, like, a little button appears right above it wherever your laptop is. And all you have to do is just click on that or look at it and pinch it. And it immediately mirrors that monitor, like, in your physical space. So if you have a bunch of Mac, you know, MacBooks, you can sort of just pinch it out. Now, the one downside of that was that it would black out the screen on the Mac. So it's kind of like you're either using the laptop or you're using the headset, because the screen would just go black when it's sharing to the headset. Still waiting to hear some heavy metal. We have it. We have the YouTube heavy metal. Let's see what it sounds like. Now I'm kind of curious. Well, they've got metal. It doesn't say heavy. So it might be light metal. It might be, you know, sort of buoyant metal. But I would say the Apple Vision Pro, very cool. Definitely not worth it at the price it's at. Like, not even... I wouldn't recommend it unless it was at least like a grand or two cheaper. Okay, I've hit my limit on the heavy metal. But aluminum, yeah, that was more like aluminum foil. But yeah, so the Apple Vision Pro, it's cool. The games in it are not that great. The hand tracking is a little bit less than, like a little bit worse than the Quest, which I was shocked by. I was very shocked by that. And the eye tracking is definitely one of the coolest aspects, and just the ease of like navigating a million windows, because you could just have a million windows, place them all over your physical space, and then just move about. Like, that's what I was doing. I had some windows when I was recording my videos. I had like 3 stations with 3 different games all simultaneously set up. And I just took my tripod and I would sit in front of one, record it, then just go move to where the other game was like set up and waiting for me. So it's kind of like I could build out physical sets for the VR video in a really large space and then move between them. Anyway, this video that's been playing here I just thought was cool. This is somebody made an AR sort of version of this carpet thing that everybody had. Did anybody else in the chat have one of these? Hey, Zarea, you are on time. You're just on time. Did anybody else have this thing when they were a kid? This like little car rug? Because like in my head, I feel like everybody had this car rug. And I still see it sometimes. Like you'll see people share videos and like they'll have their kids' car rug. Like I kind of low-key want to buy one of these now and just have it. But I feel like that wouldn't be good when I have women over and they're like, why is it that the only rug you have in here is a car children's toy rug? I'd say, isn't it obvious? It's because it's dope. But I just love that someone saw this sitting there and was like, I need to make an app that'll just create a city on top of this rug. What are the glasses he's wearing? Let's see. I want to say he's got either the Snapchat ones or, yeah, that's the Snapchat glasses. I don't think these are out, but I have a friend who's a developer for Snapchat, and I've used these actually. I recorded a commercial for his game with these on. They're all right. Yeah, the spectacles. I was kind of disappointed by it myself, but they are like some of the very first AR glasses that like were developed with this kind of small size and form factor. Oh, I think an ad's playing. Got some friends in high places. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, man, very connected. You know, I have a lot of friends who are AR developers, specifically like doing augmented stuff, and a lot of the AR developers started or came from the Snapchat sort of community, because Snapchat was really the first big company that was putting any money into like investing in AR. With Pokemon Go to the polls and all that. Pokemon Go to the polls. Okay, sorry, I was checking. My streaming software was wigging out over here, but it looks like we're still live. But yeah, so the cool thing about these glasses is like it's positional again. So they have real world anchors, so you can do a scan. Oh yeah, Snapchat did fall off. I mean, I have the big logo here because I went to the Snapchat like summit event, which was really cool. But I mean, they've had to lay off a lot of people in their AR division for a reason, because it didn't blow up in the way that they wanted to. I have a lot of friends who were fired from Snapchat, so they have some feelings about it. But I will say the infrastructure that Snapchat is building is actually pretty sweet. My main issue with these glasses is that the screen size is super small. It's like not the whole glass, not the whole lens, I mean. So like if you look at my glasses, it's just like a small sort of square in the center is what the screen is, and everything else around it is just like sunglasses look. I'm curious if there's a video of what it looks like through the headset. Yeah, they're called these spectacles. Yeah, they've been working on this thing for 7 years, though. And, like, the display does not look nearly as good. Like, or the augmented aspect of the display is not nearly as good as, like, Apple Vision Pro, obviously, because the main difference being that the Apple Vision Pro is technically a VR headset. This is a weird shot. But is the app that he's using just create the swoosh lines? Like, if you hit a certain velocity? It's a Nike app. But yeah, so a lot of the games and stuff that were developed for this headset, it's basically like taking augmented reality Snapchat games like Pokemon Go and just putting them on your face. Was a lot of the concept of it. Or any overlay that you'll have in Snapchat. And I don't know if they're ever going to come up with this. What was this, 2 years ago? What have you done for me lately? You have anything new? Yeah, last thing was like a year ago. Though it looks like they got the partnership with Nike, so, you know, shout out Nike. I don't know. It was cool. It was cool. It's a cool headset. I've gotten to try that. I used the X Real glasses as well, which were similar take. But I'm curious to see if anything else comes out about this PlayStation compatibility soon. And then I also pulled this up because this has been making the rounds again. A lot of people don't know that Meta was developing this thing. This thing was in development for like 2 years, I think. Like, I think they announced this like a year or two ago. But this is, I guess, Meta's sort of quasi-response to Elon Musk's Neuralink is devices like this, where instead of hooking into your brain, it just reads signals. Yeah, then I'm guessing they're using AI to interpret it from there to be able to control stuff with just your mind and your gestures. Tracks signals from the brain that pass through the wrist. Yeah, so for this application, I'm using it for hand tracking by just tracking the signals that it's reading in your wrist, which is kind of sick. Like, if you can get perfect one-to-one hand tracking by just, like, reading brain signals, that would clear up so much of the, like, little frustrations with these. Because even with the Apple, I was having small moments of frustration with me pinching and doing the navigation stuff. You know, sometimes you go like this and it would just swipe, like, insanely. For no lenses, which is kind of a turn off. Yeah, that is. I like the pancake lenses. The Quest, yeah, I mean, the Quest 3 is like, that's the headset. Anybody who asks me for a suggestion, I'm like, unless you want to dump stupid money on like some crazy PC headset, just get a Quest. It'll play your Quest games. I know people complain about the compression. Oh, the compression, it's too compressed. Oh, there's an artifact. In my opinion, it's not that bad. It's negligible unless you're like you're really looking for the top experience. Which, if that's the case, then go for one of those, what's that headset? The like $15,000 one. Oh, someone give it to me. I'm literally Googling. I don't know why I'm blanking. I met these guys. Not Pimax, but the other one. Vario. I'm like, get a Quest. If you have a PlayStation, get yourself a PSVR2. And if you have just huge buckets of money, just get yourself a Vario. For no lenses, yeah. But I really hope Meta announces something new about this soon and gets this thing out here. I think this sort of tech could solve a lot of the problems with the like disconnect between your physical body and the virtual experience you get. But we'll have to see. Yeah, see, this is the original. 2021. Like, why are we tweeting about this? And then we got an article here. We got an article. There's a little extra signal in your brain that can send. It's not currently being used. Blah, blah, blah. a private and discreet interface. So yeah, that's the main difference. They're trying to go with non-invasive for their brain interfacing. They want it to be a non-invasive procedure, which is a pretty good take, I think. It's a good way to go about it. And then we got some ads down here. Amazon hates when you do this. I definitely got to click on that. I'm just going to read that article for hours tonight. Oh, is that the typing? That's actually kind of... Yeah, they got some additional demos here. We got some demos. I'm also, just so you guys know, I'm overhauling my whole stream overlay and all this stuff, so it's all cleaner. So I'm going to be fixing all that this week. I got a guy, an overlay guy, who's cleaning it all up. So this is sort of like doing exactly what the Apple Vision Pro does, but with this brain sensing glove wrist sort of deal. Yeah, like this looks so much smoother to use if it actually works accurately than something like the pinch and type situation with the Apple. That was another thing too with the Vision Pro. I found myself like getting annoyed by the looking and clicking and just standing up and touching the buttons in the air. So like, I just want to touch it. Let me just push on it, you know? I'm a simple man. But, you know, there you go. That's what we got. I got nothing else for you guys today. Like I said, I'm sorry it was last minute today. I had a really busy week with work and everything. I just didn't have time. But I've got real big stuff on the docket for next week. We're bringing on our first guest. I'm going to be playing some games next week. I don't know what game yet, but we're going to be doing some more interactive stuff. Maybe I'll try some flat screen gaming, if someone's got a good suggestion. And I think in a couple weeks we're going to do our first call-in show, which will be exciting. I'm just planning out the logistics of that and how I'm going to do the call-ins on Discord. So if you want to call in, that's going to be happening in like 2 or 3 weeks. And I will drop the Discord. I'm dropping the cord for anyone who wants to join. But there you have it. Like I said, been a busy week. I had an audition today for another commercial. A couple this week, so that's what's been... I'm getting drawn in so many directions. Yeah, then I got my new day job starting in about a week and a half. Which means more funding for the channel. So if anyone has suggestions too, any swag, tax write-offs that I should buy to enhance our setup here, I've got an influx coming in soon. So we're going to get a little weird with it. We're going to get wacky. We're taking the channel into its next evolution, its next Digi-evolution, or Evolution, depending on if you're a Pokemon or Digimon guy. This is going to be our Agumon, our Metal Greymon. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I kind of want to watch Digimon. Play Sly Cooper. Okay, I would be so down to do old school games or like classic games from my youth if people were into that. Like, I would love to do a Mario 64 stream. Sly Cooper would be sick. Resident Evil 4 was my jam. I don't know about you guys, but I was like, Resident Evil 4 on PS2 is one of those games that I was like, okay, things are changing. This is like taking it to another level. It's like that in Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid. I do want to do a Fortnite stream. Stream until I win a solo round, which will be like a 24-hour stream. UVR thing died quickly, didn't it? The hype definitely died pretty quickly. I'm still using it for a lot of stuff. I actually am planning to do some more UVR videos soon because there's just not a lot of new VR games that I'm that into right now. But if there's some like good classic or popular titles that work with UVR, maybe I'll go back and look at the compatibility list. Buy me a house, please, and car. I'm on it. As soon as I move myself out of the studio apartment. After I get up to a 1-bedroom, next I'm buying you a house. Maybe. Maybe I'll have to wait till I get 2 bedrooms. The second bedroom is big for me. That's kind of a pipe dream. But I can't really complain since I live in like one of the most expensive cities. Every time I complain about the price of living here, people are like, oh, you could just leave LA. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of cool here too. Though I did, when I was out today for my audition, I did get accosted by a very interesting gentleman. And you know me, if you see me on the street, I look like sort of a natural born victim. I've got that like perfect victim body type. So whenever I'm walking around LA late at night, I think people look at me like I'm a snack, you know. So, you know, I'm vigilant out in these streets. You gotta do what you gotta do. What's the weirdest thing that's happened to me in LA? So many weird things have happened to me in LA. Well, it's more often, I'm usually around weird things. I've witnessed a lot of weird things. I'm 6'1", maybe 2. I haven't checked. Like, I once saw a guy, like, get jumped just in front of my car. I was like at a red light just sitting there. And this guy comes walking from my car, and another dude just runs up behind him and just sucker punches him in the back. And then steals a duffel bag from the guy and runs away. That was pretty gnarly. I have a sugar daddy now. Yeah, everyone, I'm changing this channel. We're changing the title of the channel to Obscure Sugar Daddy. Obscure VR Sugar Daddy. Sorry about that. Well, hey, don't say sorry to me. I'm sorry for that guy. He lost whatever he had in that duffel bag, which I think was ketamine. But that was pretty wacky. A lot of celebrity encounters, that kind of stuff. I met Beyonce. I used to work at a gym. I'm actually the only person I know who's ever spoken to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, actually, I take that back. My coworkers that I worked with there did, and continued to after I quit that job. But other than the people I worked with, and they were pretty cool, while I was wiping the ass sweat off their bike after their spin class. It was one of those weird moments where, like, it's cool, you know, because you're like, oh, like, I'm in Hollywood. Like, this was right when I moved here. All that mystique wore off long ago. But it was cool because I was like, oh, you know, I'm in LA now. Like, I've lived out here for 2 months, and I'm like bumping, like every week I'm like seeing Usher and Tyler Perry and Beyonce. I'm like, oh, this is just what LA is, right? But then one day I remembered, oh, I'm only here with these people because I'm the guy who gets paid to wipe the ass sweat off the bikes when they're done working out. And then I quit that job because I was like, you know, I liked the idea of getting covered in celebrity sweat, but not this way, you know. I need another way. So my hope is the next time I see Beyonce, I'm not covered in Usher's sweat. Or maybe I am. You know, I'm open to it. You sound like the good old days. Oh, yeah. That was 2017 was when I moved here. It was fun, making $12 an hour, living in a guy's living room. I did it all. But I think after you've been in this town for 5 or 6 years, you kind of get used to it. Should have sold the ass sweat. Trust me, people told me to. It's the problem is it's hard to verify. There was one time when Jay-Z left his hat there, and it's a hat that he's like a special, like a hat that he's like worn before, like in photos and stuff. And I swear I was like, listen, if he leaves and no one asks about it, I'm willing to lose my job for that hat. But they came back and they got it. Fly you out? All right, I got you. If I had to leave LA, where would I live? I thought about Nashville before. I thought that would be fun. Because I like live music, and I like performing live in venues. And I feel like Nashville, like, the comedy scenes there is great. They've got a bunch of venues for just all sorts of entertainment. I'd have a ball out there. But then the price of rent started shooting up out there, and I was like, okay, well, there goes the reason I was going to do it. But also, I like LA too much, you know. There's just a certain charm about it that has won me over. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the state of the city. That was my state of address. My life is a movie. It's something. It is a fever dream, I think is the best way to put it. But I got to do a Little Caesars commercial, so it's all on the up. I enjoy it, though. I don't even mind having a 500 square foot apartment. Though, I will say for how bad LA is, in terms of the rent, if I lived in New York, I would have a place like a quarter of this size for the price I'm paying here. I was looking at New York, Manhattan, at rent there, and that is just... Like, if you want a closet there, you gotta be making, you know, 70 grand. And that closet is all you'll have. You'll live in the closet. You'll stand up when you sleep. But that's it. I got nothing else. I got nothing else to say. Do I have any good life updates? Anything else? Can you play the Little Caesars head? Yeah, we can end on a bang. It's always good to revisit this. It's got 10 million views on YouTube. Yep, this was my big break. It was cool because like I have a buddy. Oh, they did a YouTube short of it too. Like my dad, he loves the acting stuff and supports it all. But, it's never been his scene, so it was kind of cool to get a call from my dad and be like, yeah, we were watching, NFL Sunday, and I got to, tell all my friends that was you on the TV. That was pretty cool moment. And I'm wearing these very same glasses, too, in this, by the way. They were like, yeah, just use your glasses. We like those. So, not only was I in this, but my glasses are, television stars. A rom-com with AI girlfriends. I need to start writing that now.
Just to begin. Pizza time! What was that?
Oh, that's my Camp Jordan clock.
They recorded me saying, what was that, like 20 times.
Free delivery this week.
Free Little Caesars delivery! Get free delivery from Little Caesars.
Remember at one point the director was like, you keep saying what was that the same way. Can you try it different this time? So I was like, what was that? What was that? What was that? It was some... I wish I could have seen some of these takes. It very much reminded me of that Seinfeld scene. It was exactly like this Seinfeld scene. It was literally the process for me.
I need like a bucket of water. I got a car overheating. I got an alarm that won't go
This was my whole experience with my line of what was that.
What do I do? Help me! Help me!
I was drinking something. Told me that they wanted me to walk down the block carrying this bag of groceries, you know, so
okay.
I start to walk.
I'm just going to get copyright struck by Seinfeld now.
Bag goes flying, and
Chiefs, I love Chiefs too. They asked me what team I wanted to wear, and I told them Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. He was drinking something, started to come out of his nose.
Oh, so then what?
Well, I got a line in the movie.
Yeah, when you get one line and you're like, okay, I got to nail this. I literally sat in my apartment the night before, and I probably said, what was that, like 100 times.
You're in the movie.
And I was like, I gotta nail this. If I don't say what was that the right way.
Oh, yeah, it's me and him.
It's me and him.
I might have a whole new career on my hands, huh? You mean a career?
Oh, Jerry. This show is aged interestingly.
So is Mia Farrow there?
And another note.
I didn't see him.
Here we got.
Go, boy, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
I was Costanzing myself.
No, I'm working on it.
Do it like this. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
I had a friend try to give me a note like this too. He was like, you gotta really like act like a confused fan, you know, like you don't know why your team's losing, and that's why you're asking the question.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
So anyway, Little Caesars, go get yourself a hot and ready. Oh yeah, they're about to block my stream. I just got the warning. They're like, hey, we've detected it. Yeah, they're definitely going to copyright strike this one. Nope, the warning's still there. It's so exciting. I love it when they give me a warning. Heads up, we've detected your video. If you plan to continue, ensure that the content owner has added your channel to their allow list. Okay. I stopped it, YouTube, okay? I stopped it. We stopped it. First Godzilla, now this. Yeah, this is Godzilla all over again. It's fair use, I was commenting. I'm getting Godzilla, man. Well, anyway, I don't think we got much more. You could never get into Seinfeld. Yeah, my parents were big Seinfeld fans, and I was big into it when I was a kid. Let me refresh this page. Maybe the warning went away. They're still showing me that warning. I stopped it, okay? I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy, YouTube. So, there it is. I'm recording a new video tomorrow. We'll have another stream next Friday, as always. We'll have other things, as always. The funniest part, too, is that it detected that when I was playing like a 1080p, it was like a 10 megapixel video. But anyway, shout out to you guys, team. Like I said, haphazard stream today, I know. It's running late, 240p. Thank you, that's the amount of P's. I couldn't remember how many P's. I gotta remember my P's and Q's and how many P's and Q's there are, okay? I am a rebel. That's how I do. But anyway, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the family. We're going to keep the party rolling. You know, comment below or in the Discord what you want to see next time or in any videos if there's anything you want me to check out. I'll get to it. And, yeah, call-in stream is probably going to be at the end of this month. And that's that. What else can I say but have a fantastic Friday? Shout out Kat, shout out Pearl, Dr. Groove, Toby, Zach D, Zaraya, everybody who came and hung out. Illegal, Mouthwash. Y'all are the real nerds. I don't know, I was trying to think of a cool sign-off. Was that a good sign-off? Anyway, peace, love, and happy blessings. I'm just gonna hit stop.